Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Lions-Panthers post-game show. We are going to have fun with this. Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
Lions.
Okay, I didn't
sure.
know we were going to be, like, buggered or
I don't give a shit what we do for the next 30 minutes.
Jeremy
If I'm being I'm fully in don't give a shit mode.
Words, right?
I listen, I agreed to do this with you two, so I know this is going to just be a blast.
Yo, we were cracking up.
Of course.
At the fourth down where somehow, like, what the Panthers are doing, and, like, the Lions still get called.
I mean, I was rooting for them to jump off sides. Honestly, like I was. I wanted that game over. There was no hope in anyone winning that game for the Lions. Jeff Okudah gets injured late in the game. Why? I mean, if the Lions even get the ball back there, I would hope they take knees. Seriously. That game was well over. I didn't want to see another second of it. I'm glad they jumped off sides. Maybe they even told them to jump off sides. I know that's not true, but
that entire 4th and 5 situation is just one of the most inept things.
That was the most.
That's like down there with like Nathan Peterman. Like that was like this team just doesn't know what it's doing. How do you fall for it twice? And then it cuts to Patricia writing something on the sideline, then erasing something,
and then erasing it the next time you cut it. Yeah,
like chef's kiss, a beautiful like. This is this team now. They don't know what they're doing.
I grew up in Toledo, where we had kind of the triangular market between, Detroit, Cleveland, and Cincinnati. And I am telling you, between the Bengals football, Browns football, Lions football, even a little bit of Bears thrown in there, that is the most incompetent game I've ever seen. And Manser, you and I were trying to parse it out because, like, as bad as the coaching was on this, like, coaching alone doesn't explain what the hell happened here, and that's where we're just baffled.
I think it does. I think it does.
There's guys dropping passes all over
the place. Coaching didn't make Hawkinson not catch. Like this is like the player. I mean, I don't know what I don't want to say it's like effort or that the players gave up or something. I think that seems like an unfair reading into them, but like something's happening.
Yeah, no, I'll give it coaching in the sense that like we had linebackers that just literally didn't know if they were supposed to go for the quarterback or just like they just stood there in the middle of the field. Like I'll give that to coaching, but this
roster is not talented, especially defensively. No, but this was a coaching absolute disaster.
Yeah,
you don't have DeAndre Swift, you don't have Kenny Golladay, you don't have Danny Amendola, and your ace in the hole is Adrian fucking Peterson in the first quarter. What are you doing?
Bro, like, how many, like, we were calling.
You think TJ Hawkinson catches that pass and suddenly the Lions win that game? Give me a fucking break.
I mean, in general, I think Agnew was like Tavai looked like lost. I mean, I guess that's him, but like,
yeah,
it's just like everyone is just so much worse than they should be.
No one has gotten better on defense.
Stafford gets the excuse because of his hand, but everyone else like is just. Jamie Collins looks so slow. Like, and it's like earlier this season we've seen him look better. So you can't say it's like age. Like 2 weeks ago he looked fine. Like, what's happening?
I saw in the hangout. The Panthers team. Let's put this summation together. This Panthers team had the worst third down defense in the league. No Christian McCaffrey, and you have an XF bleeping L quarterback starting, and you suffer your first shutout to that team, the first shutout you have suffered since 2009. How do you get to that point?
To a team giving up 27 points a game, 27th in DVOA. Their defense is young and horrible.
Defense is a disaster.
It's not good.
It's 0 points, and they the XFL quarterback, not us. All right? Like,
yeah. I mean, there's just no excuse for the performance today.
What's going on?
This is a math problem. This is a calculus problem. Like we have to find the square root of the sine here to figure out how PJ Walker with a 77 passer rating dunked all over the Detroit Lions.
Like coaching doesn't make Matt Prater miss that field goal.
But that's no surprise. I could have told you PJ Walker was going to walk all over this team. The defense has been horrible all season. The story of this game is the offense. Yeah. Is the offense.
PJ Walker was doing that same thing that Alex Smith was doing, where it's just like dump it off a yard behind the line of scrimmage, and you'll just pick up massive yak because nobody on the front seven.
Is that it though? He connected on a 51-yard bomb with Okuda four steps behind.
He did, but early in
Desmond
the game,
Trufant got his ass kicked too.
Early in the game, you could tell early in the game Matt Rule didn't want him throwing deep. It's like, all right, we're going to give you these easy passes. But then when Matt Rule saw that the Lions couldn't even stop that, he's like, all right, you know what? Go nuts, kid. I'm just going to go get another beer from the fridge. Because that's the kind of guy Matt Rule is. He was drinking on the sideline when this happened. You can't tell me that wasn't happening. He was calm, collected, cool as a cucumber because he knew the Lions were doing a mumbling thing against them.
I don't know what. I'm not even going to talk about the defense. The defense is who they've been all fucking year.
You
it's horrible.
You want to go to the offense. You want to go to the offense.
Yeah.
PJ Walker also it could have been worse. PJ Walker threw 2 absolutely disgusting interceptions. Just in the red zone. Like
they gifted us.
It should have been worse. It should have been. The Lions should have lost this game by 30. No question.
Should have been 34-0, 30-0 or something. Like 2 gifts, and we scored 0 points. What is happening?
I don't know. And I just the offense has been disappointing. Go ahead.
I was going to say real quick to the catch up 13. Chris, give the rookie credit. He played well for his first game. That's the thing. PJ Walker's not a rookie. PJ Walker's one of those old journeymen who bombed out of being a journeyman and went to the XFL. He's no rookie. He's like, how old is PJ Walker? He's like, he's in his upper
26
20s.
or 27. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not like a young starlet. This dude.
He's 25.
Oh, he's not too old, but like, yeah, he's not a dude that like has a future in the. This isn't like a breakout development game. This is you know what he is. Lions are a circus game. Like, yeah, like we know what he is. He's a guy who's too good for the XFL, not good enough for the NFL. But
I'm baffled. I'm baffled by the offense. I'm baffled that no one can apparently get open. Stafford's going to his third read every single play, it seems like. And when they got designed plays, they're all seemingly bubble screens to Quintus Cephas or Marvin Hall or something. And, you look at the stats here. Marvin Jones, 4 for 51. That's your best performance of the day, maybe. TJ Hawkinson's 4 for 68. Jamal Agnew, who we all, for some reason... I mean... Once you get this deep into the season, some of the things you saw in training camp become clear. And when you were like, you know what, Jamal Agnew looks like this more polished receiver in the slot. Maybe he has a future as a wide receiver here. Oh no, the reason he looked like that is because the Lions secondary is trash, and he was going against the Lions secondary in training camp. And it's like Quintus Cephas again doesn't look good, isn't progressing. I mean, what positive thing can you pull from the offense here? And then what positive can you pull from the game plan? What was the game plan? I understand maybe you went into Wednesday thinking, all right, we're just going to repeat DeAndre Swift. We're going to make him the front feature of the offense. You get some bad news. He has a concussion. You got other guys on this team, man. Marvin Jones is on this team. You're finally throwing some design plays to TJ Hawkinson in the fourth quarter when you're already down 3 scores. It's just like, what? Why were you running Adrian Peterson? Why?
Darrell Bevel was kind of lost for answers too, because look at the bullshit we were calling. Flea flicker, read option. There was that one play where Stafford cut to his left and a weird swivel around and throw back. Just absolute nonsense play calls. None of the flea flicker worked. Just a weird penalty.
Right up until you had garbage play calls.
Anything we had. Yeah. We were calling literally anything.
That was the funniest thing is you design all that up and you're blocking the tight end is blocking in a legal formation or something. What? Wait, hold, run that back. You designed all that perfectly, but you didn't account for the fact the play is literally illegal in the NFL.
Well, really? someone was just misaligned. I don't think they designed.
The wrong place, I think.
But still, no, if you're gonna run something like that, you've got to be on point, where you guys are standing. I'm baffled.
But what you saw from Bevel was my point. Basically, is that I don't think he knew the game plan either, because there was a leak play to Jesse James, just random shit, and literally whatever the fuck was in the playbook they were calling. Because there was no I don't know. There's no reason to run read option Matt Stafford. You were running that because you're just what the fuck else am I gonna?
Yeah, run? I'm just out of plays essentially. We've tried everything and apparently
let's
everything.
do this one.
Yeah, I just.
We've tried
Yeah.
nothing. We've tried nothing, and everything doesn't work, or whatever the Simpsons quote is.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's basically what happened here. You went to the half at 7-0. Like, this game was like, I don't even understand. There wasn't a drive longer than 5 plays in the there was a okay, I'm sorry. There wasn't a drive longer than 6 plays in the first half for the Detroit Lions. Like, you're not getting in rhythm at all.
Yeah,
Like,
I think
you're just not you're not even establishing anything. Forget about the run. Forget about Adrian Peterson getting 7 carries. Kerryon Johnson got 6. So I mean, like, I get it. They're splitting. We're angry when Adrian Peterson gets carries, but like, what was the game plan here? Like, how are you going to attack this? This once again, the Panthers literally have the worst third down defense in the league, and you keep putting yourself in 3rd and long and then screen passing. Like, a toddler knows what you're doing here, man. Like,
Did we get past their 40 more than once?
We are literal
think so.
idiots. The people who hang out with us in the Opens Lion Hangout on our Discord, including myself and Manser, we are literal idiots sitting there, and we were calling for everything the Lions were doing. We are not chess masters. We knew exactly what was coming because this Lions offense is so predictable. It's like watching Monty Python the Holy Grail for the 30th time. You know every line by heart. The Knights Who Say Knee are no longer funny because you know everything.
I don't know. It feels like this team is it's so stubborn in, like, it's established the run and then when it doesn't happen, when they don't have a running back that's capable of establishing the run, or the run blocking isn't working in this game, they're just like, well, we tried, like you said, we tried everything. We tried running the ball, it didn't work, so we got poop in our pants now. What do we do?
Yeah,
Spit
like
for
they
read option,
can't
baby.
get a run. They look lost. Like, it's like, oh wait, we're going to try to run the ball. Oh wait, that was supposed to work. What do you mean that didn't work?
Yeah.
What do you mean that didn't work?
It felt like every single possession was like, all right, let's run the ball on 1st down. Let's either run on 2nd down or throw something for 3 yards. We'll get ourselves into 3rd and 4s and 3rd and 5s. That's our money down. We're really, really good at 3rd and 5. And then it's just like, no, you're actually bad at 3rd and 5. Because every time on 3rd and 5, you think a 6-yard gain is the goal. No, you can throw it further than 6 yards downfield. You can gain more than 5 yards on a 3rd and 5. It's okay. That's allowed. They're usually not going to call a penalty on you unless you're lined up in the wrong fucking spot. Well, then they'll call one on you.
Every 3rd down was either like a screen pass or one of these swing outs to like Kerryon or Adrian Peterson trying to go to the outside, and it's like, no, they can't hit you. You don't have DeAndre Swift. They can't hit the hole. Like, yeah, like the stubbornness of this offense to not throw downfield is quite honestly alarming. Like, they think it's illegal to throw far. They think it's illegal to, like,
yeah. And here's
I would give them another get out of jail free card like I did with the Vikings game. Stafford did have a fucked up hand. Like, the Vikings game was another one where we didn't throw downfield. And that was because Stafford didn't practice. So, like, I think there's a little bit of a reason this week. Like, Stafford, maybe a little bit of a get out of jail free card because we don't know how capable Stafford was, because he was like, there were screen passes. Like, there was one to Kerryon that, like, kind of, like, he just couldn't get enough arm on it, and it hit Kerryon, like, really low, like, below his knees. It might be that, but, like, yeah, like, I don't. What do you think is going through Matt Patricia's head? Like, when he's there on the sideline and you're down 20-0 to an extra quarter, like, what do you think he's thinking? Because, like, I don't know. I mean, like, it seems like, I think a lot of people talk about halftime adjustments, how we never make we never adjust the game plan. And it's like, what is he actually there for? If he can't make halftime adjustments, the defense, the players he's picking out aren't good. The defense sucks. That's his game plan. We can't draft players. I know Lions fans are like, oh, we should have drafted Brian Burns. No, Brian Burns does not at all fit what the Lions do. This is not, I'm not saying what the Lions do is good, but Brian Burns does not fit at all in what the Detroit Lions play. But, like, why couldn't we, I think I said this last time too, why can't we take someone from our Twitch chat, put them on the sideline? Like, what changes at this point, right? Like,
Twitch
nothing he's doing
Detroit
is working.
Lions.
Yeah,
no, not even our Twitch chat, just like literally like Twitch plays Pokemon, but with an NFL team. That would be better than what Matt Patricia is doing right now.
What is Bevel thinking when your offense is doing this bad? Like,
he thinks zone read. Read option
Yeah,
for
like-
Matthew Stafford.
But he has to be panicking at that point, right? He's just going through the binder like,
Well,
fuck.
you
Like, what
no,
is there?
I
What is
mean-
there? Like, holy shit. Like,
You have to imagine every single person, not even just the coaches on that sidelines, knows like my days are probably numbered right now. I mean, let's be completely honest. Like, I can't justify keeping anybody right now. I'm sorry. Like, I know people are gonna be like, what about special teams? Blah blah. Forget all that.
Yeah, I don't
Special
think
teams.
at this point.
Special teams is I don't give a shit about special teams. So I'm being completely honest.
Yeah, this whole Brandon Coombs thing is just ridiculous. Like, what is Coombs? Coombs is going to be the interim head coach just on the basis that he's not bleeping it up every play out there. Cool. I guess, man. I guess that really is going to inspire confidence.
now the punt
I'm not-
punt block unit kind of pooped their pants at the end today too. So
Hey,
Coombs says his
like Matt Prater, like shanking wide. Was it? Yeah, wide left. Like,
I don't know.
Cool.
I mean, what, you're gonna put that on the coach? I don't know. It doesn't matter. The
No,
point
but that's
is,
what I
this
mean.
point is
that's
this
what I was
team.
saying.
that's what we're saying,
Like
though.
there's
It's
a
like,
shit
there's some
happening that's
malaise
beyond coaching.
Right.
There's a malaise going across this entire team, and coaching, I think, is about 90% of it. But the other 10% is fucking voodoo going on. I don't get
Like,
it.
Desmond Trufant blowing his assignment in zone to cover the middle of the field where no receivers and for
What
touchdown.
is-
I don't think that's
What are we
coaching.
covering?
I think that's he
No,
just
I mean-
forgot how to play for a second.
You're not gonna get any sort of defense from anyone on defense right now. The defense is horrible. It's been bad for weeks. I've been trying to tell people that the secondary is garbage, and I want to respect the players because I do believe they're giving it all their all. But when you decide to send your talented players away because they're not a culture fit, and you go in and bring a bunch of third-rate Patriots on your team, like this is what you get.
Yeah,
This is what
you're
you get.
sending away
Good play.
everyone you're sending away everyone so Nick Williams can. You're sending away everyone so Nick Williams can jump off sides on a 4th down.
I don't know. you seem very fixated on that alone, but
Because it was funny that they're just like
No,
that
it
was the
really
point where
was.
it's like,
It just happened. How do you let it happen?
I mean-
again? It has to be in your head, right? That's what I'm saying. Like these guys, they're not like thinking. Like
well,
Nick Williams.
they're thinking the only way I can win this game is with a punt block, so they're being extra aggressive. And if they jump offsides, who gives a fuck? The game's over anyways.
I
the
can't stop
second
the
time,
smiling.
but
for
the
chat, I'm
second
sorry.
time, like you have to I don't know. Something in your head has to be like, all right, let me not embarrass myself. And then the camera cuts to Patricia. There's something about that camera cut was beautiful. I want to give that cinematographer like an Emmy. Just his face through the
That
mask.
once that replay goes up on League Pass, that might just be my entire stock report is just Patricia erasing his notebook.
I think and Google in chat says, what about Tracy Walker on the reverse? He was literally running
Tracy
in the
Walker-
wrong direction.
Doesn't know what he's doing.
And I mean, that's. I
Not
feel like
coaching.
Tracy.
You have to know what you're doing.
But here's the thing: I feel like Tracy Walker is the perfect example of why this coaching staff has failed. He's a guy that showed extreme promise through 1 or 2 years and has taken an enormous step backwards. Same with a guy like Deshaun Hand, who on defense is getting better right now. Jeff Okudah comes out as one of the most talented cornerbacks in draft history. It looks like a bump through the first 10 games of his career. Who has gotten better because of Lions coaching? On defense, anybody?
Yeah, it's
Romeo
crazy.
Okwara, end of list.
Desmond Trufant is basically unplayable at this point, but he's also like you have to just leave him in because like Nevin Lawson was unplayable, but at least we had Darius Slay. But Desmond Trufant, you can't have him in the game, but like we have to have him in the game. So,
Yeah, like I don't.
what do you do? What do you do? Okudah sucks too.
Some of this talent is bad, but the rest of it is just being like we are literally wasting these guys' careers with this coaching staff. Like their careers are just this is like watching all those quarterbacks go to Cleveland and dying on the wire. Like it's the same thing. It's just you are literally working with people who are teaching you the wrong fundamentals, who are teaching you the wrong way to play football. Like I think that is warrant alone to get rid of this guy as soon as possible just to save your talent, because if you don't, like, God, by the end of the year, Okudah's not going to know right from left. He's going to need complete re-education.
Well, I mean, at that point, that's probably the best thing that could happen to him. Is
I guess
change coaching staff and get someone in here new while he's still only 22, 23 years old and start from scratch, man. Start from scratch with him. Maybe the new coach can do something with a guy like Jelani Tavai. I kind of doubt it, but who knows? I mean, that's the thing. Like, every single draft pick that this team has made defensively has taken huge steps back. Huge steps back.
Yeah, Aurier was probably the best player on the field today. And
sure.
Still, like, that's a drop in the bucket.
I feel like
he looked fine, and then the penis man looked fine, and then everyone else was kind of bad. Jamie Collins, like, that's confusing because he doesn't just look bad; he looks slow. And he's not injured to our knowledge, right? He's fully healthy, but like, I don't know, like, there's something happening. I don't know. I feel like the team is just broken.
Even the offensive line's breaking down. Stafford took 5 sacks today. Like Taylor, I was seeing guys coming off Taylor Decker.
Yeah,
I'd say at least 1 or 2 of those were on Stafford, but yeah.
And plus, I mean, also when you're down 20 points in the fourth quarter, when you got a talented defensive line, the Panthers have some pass rushers on that team, and they're just going to send the house. And Decker, it wasn't Decker's best game, but I would say he was fine through first 2-3 quarters. He gave up his first sack, and then there was that one where he and Carrion clearly had some sort of miscommunication on the blitz and who's going to pick up who. So I don't know. If you want to hate on Decker, I see some people saying Decker's bad, Decker's horrible. That's way
no,
of an
overreaction. He had a bad game. I'm not gonna kill him. He had one bad game. He had a couple of bad series. Speaking of, he's crying about the Lions, Jeremy. He's crying about the Lions.
Saw the game too.
Yeah,
he has some takes. Put him on the mic.
He has some takes. Listen, speaking of bringing the house, once again, the Lions defense doesn't seem to know what a blitz is sometimes. Like, I saw them try a couple times at least on like the Washington game, but we're just bad at it.
They don't. I mean, they never do it, and so when they do it, they're bad at it because they never do it.
I don't remember us doing it. I mean, we might have, and I like just
a couple.
Don't remember. But I don't remember a play where we like sent real like, I don't know, 6 or 7 pass rushers today.
They never send 7. They never send 7. Yeah. They'll send 5 and be like, "Ooh, that's too." They like that's them saying the mayo is too spicy. It's a 5-man blitz.
I taste some Chipotle in this mayo.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like we're just disinterested. But it's just like, why? Like, I don't know. Like, why not pass rush? At this point, you have a record as bad as like some of the worst coaches of all time, Patricia. Just change things up. Bevel's running RPOs. You can have some fun too, right? Like, I don't know. Try shit.
I want to see those read option plays coming out of. We saw Stafford trying to run a read option in there at one point, I think.
Yeah, no, we've discussed it. Yeah, that was the worst play. One of the worst. We ran that earlier too, right? We ran that against the Bears.
Yeah,
I think
they've run it before. Yeah.
Well, I mean, and last week it was literally the worst shovel pass I've ever seen out of a quarterback ever that Stafford made. But like that read option there was like, okay, I get it. Maybe you're emptying the playbook here, but like, why was that in the playbook to begin with? I don't know. Like this offense baffles the hell out of me, man.
I don't have an answer for anything they tried or did on offense. It was embarrassing. It was stupid. It was not fun to watch. But we're only 6 games away from the end of this. That's the good news.
Yeah.
Optimism via new coaching staff, via new staff, via new GM. All that stuff is just around the corner. So enjoy that.
It's literally.
Jeremy, what do you think about the Texans game? Do you think we can win that?
Oh my God.
I don't know. Probably not.
But like I think that's a sneaky one though. All Lions fans are writing off. We could win that one. I think the Texans are a mess, and I think
I picked the Lions to lose this game, and there's a reason why. I mean, it'll obviously depend on whether Swift is best, because suddenly the only confidence I have in this Lions offense is if Swift is in the game, because they're going to run the ball and they're going to use their running backs like hell. And if Swift isn't in there, then it's not going to succeed, and the offense isn't going to succeed.
The only good thing about Thanksgiving is I will not have to listen to Chris Spielman again, because this game will be on CBS. That's like literally all.
Was he having a meltdown? I'm sure he was having a meltdown today.
He was just painful to listen to, like all things Spielman.
We get Tony Romo instead, I think.
Yeah, Tony Romo to like chuckle and shake his head just dismissively, and then somehow say that, make a throwaway line how he thinks, these guys are still playing for Matt Patricia. Like, cool, I guess they're playing for Matt Patricia, but
he's gonna guess that like we're gonna throw a screen pass on 3rd and 11, and people on Twitter and be like, "Wow,
a toddler can see that."
All right, well, I think maybe that's it. We got that's all we got for now. Chat.
I really want to know what he was writing on that notepad.
I asked the beat writers to ask him. I do want to know, like, what are you in that? No, but in that moment, man, what's the thinking? Like, I feel like that's such an interesting. Like, what are you erasing?
Yeah, I don't. I have only one diagnosis for this game, and I'm just sorry. I'm looking at something. Like, it's Charlotte's not far. Like, you can take 77 on down to catch on to 70. I believe you can probably catch 75 from. Yeah, no, I'm trying to figure out the closest way for him to get down to NASA, because like you should just go and put your application in for your true love in rocket science, because like football isn't working out.
What have you been doing for the past 10 years or past 20 years? Nothing. Please don't Google me. Please don't Google me.
The crime database.
I will say that well, the crime database is one thing, but
or that either.
Right now, I hope it's better than his football coaching career, because right now what I know about him is if he did try, I was gonna say if he did design the Mars lander for some reason, it would smash onto Phobos, the moon of Mars, not the actual surface. It would just be like, oh, there's a moon in the way, and he's like, run. Wait, and they're like, wait, what? Screen pass, and just 5 astronauts dead.
Before Jeremy cuts off, do you think there's a chance that? Do you think Matt Patricia's in discussion for worst NFL coach of all time?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do too.
So.
Chris?
Of course.
Yeah. Okay. That's somewhere we agree on at least. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's definitely one of the worst. That's insane. I don't know. Like, just
he overthrew a culture that wasn't that bad. He threw away a talented team for a bunch of Patriot cast-off and sent this team into basically one of the most embarrassing teams and performances I've seen since 2008.
Yeah, no, I see Dong in the chat. He's saying Hugh Jackson, Adam Gase. I think Patricia's worse than both of them. Right now.
you said Lions history, did you not?
Oh no, in NFL history.
Oh, in NFL history.
Is he? He's definitely the worst in our history.
Yeah, no, I know his record's better than Marinelli, but this is as bad as anything I've seen out of the Marinelli years.
Yeah, I think there's an argument for it. Like, that's how down bad we are right now.
Lions finally win with a good point. How bad is he? This is his best team. Yeah. I mean, that could technically be true. I mean, maybe his first season, but yeah.
I have never encountered a coach so stubborn about the very facts in front of his face that it's like about everything, about how football schemes are supposed to work. Because like you can argue about Adam Gase. Adam Gase at least understands what a modern offense is supposed to look like. He just doesn't have good players on the Jets. Like, the Jets suck, that's all. Like, I don't even know if his schemes work out, but at least Adam Gase, he at least understands you got to throw downfield to win a football game. I don't know if that's true of Matt Patricia. At least Hugh Jackson knew sometimes you have to dial up a blitz. That's not true of Matt Patricia. The man, like, if Matt Patricia existed in 1985, because I know Jeremy thinks that like Patricia wants to play football like the 85 Bears, I would argue if Matt Patricia existed in 1985, he would be against the forward pass. He would think the forward pass is a Catholic plot to destroy football. Like a Fielding Yost kind of guy, you know? Like, this is the amount of retrograde, backwards, ahistrionic understanding of football. It blows my mind, man. It literally blows my mind.
It's weird.
I don't want him to even build rockets. That's too hard for him. Just go flip some burgers.
The rocket's gonna crash.
I don't care what he does. I just don't want him here anymore. I didn't want him here after Minnesota game. That was the final straw, and I could have done without watching today's game. It was
You have to understand, in my mind as a Lions fan, one of the most embarrassing Thanksgiving games, and we've had a lot of them, but one of the most embarrassing games was that 2012 Thanksgiving game against the Texans, where Jim Schwartz throws that flag on a play that's not supposed to be challenged, and he gets penalized for it. And we miss a field goal at the end of the game, and Gunther Cunningham is so pissed off, he's drop kicking his playbook, and we just look completely inept in that entire game. You have to understand, unless the Lions rub the monkey's paw one more time and get a wish, that game is going to look tame compared to what the Texans might do to the Lions. I don't get it.
I'm very eager to see that replay about 50 times over of the run that shouldn't have ever happened. And man, it's going to be a fun Thanksgiving.
Well, we'll be here for you. I'm not going anywhere.
It's poetic justice right now that across my timeline, this comes across. A Jim Caldwell tweet. Oops, I didn't mean to like it. A Jim Caldwell tweet retweeted by Nino, by Quandre Diggs. It says, great leadership requires a devotion to task, mission, and ideology that can be understood by watching the man or woman in charge lead their life.
This entire league is subtweeting Matt Patricia.
Wait, is that real Jim Caldwell?
That is the real Jim Caldwell. He doesn't tweet often,
Jim
but he
Caldwell
just
is
so
subtweeting Patricia?
What else can we tell you, chat? Like,
I'm retweeting.
He's followed by all the beat
eyeball
writers.
emoji.
He's not
Where's the
verified. He's
eyeball
followed by
emoji?
everyone.
Please, I need to retweet this right now.
that's it. We've reached peak Lions when Jim Caldwell is subtweeting.
This guy was like, he was not at all that type of guy, right? He was like super like not.
Oh, jeez. Right before we go, Painmaker with the 10 gifted subs. Appreciate it, Pain. You're awesome. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I don't know. I think we gotta cut it here. We will be back in 2 hours with a full podcast. We'll break down the game. We'll talk about what's next. This is just kind of to get it all out and, I don't know, give our immediate reactions to whatever the hell we just saw. Maybe we'll be a little more analytical in what happened and what very clearly went wrong on offense.
What is there to analyze from this game?
I don't know. Who knows? But we'll be back. If you don't want to stomach it, it will be on the podcast platform tomorrow morning on Monday. Maybe you guys need to sleep this one off. I can understand if you do. Just know, probably not going to get that Monday morning news that you're probably wanting because the Lions are coming up to a short week, I should say. Doesn't make a ton of sense to me, at least.
You might get a good Black Friday deal, though.
Maybe. That's a good point. We'll see. But anyways, I think unless you guys have any parting thoughts, I think it's about time we cut this one off.
I apologize for smiling too much. I really do. Like, this sucks, but like, I don't. This game. I was with Manser and a bunch of other people in Discord on our Lions hangout, and there's no. I'm laughing because I don't know any other way to process this game right now. This was just, yeah, man. I don't know, man.
Sounds good. You've been requested. Really quick before we go.
Let's go.
Ask him what he thinks about Patricia.
Zazu, what do you think of Patricia? Okay.
Yeah, that look says everything.
Yeah.
He's licking his lips because he's just thinking about a new Lions head coach.
He's thinking about the. I lost the joke. Never mind.
All right, get out of here. All right, guys. As I said, we're going to come back at 7 p.m., so 2 hours. Go get yourself some food. Drink a lot of alcohol. A responsible amount, but enough that will make you feel better. Yes.
Hydrate yourself.
Hydrate yourself. Just take shots of water and Jaeger simultaneously for the next 2 hours.
No, don't do that.
And we'll be back here at 7 p.m. to break it all down, talk about some winners and losers, and obviously about what's coming next because something will be. Pretty sure.